What is up, you guys? Glitchiz here, coming at you with another Dauntless video. If you guys enjoy quality gaming content, then consider hitting that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of my future uploads. That being said, if you guys enjoyed this video, then be sure to smack that like button and comment down below. I respond to all the comments that I receive. I really appreciate you guys' feedback. Makes me a better content creator and helps me make videos that you guys actually want to watch. That being said, in today's video, I want to do a quick rundown on all of the killer updates that are coming with patch 1.5.2. Some of these cool rumor quests and stuff are actually showing up before the frost escalation. A lot of you have seen them in the test server video that I made, but let's jump right into all the juicy details here. To start out, like I said, we've got a bunch of new rumors coming. Start down the trail of the exquisite sunburn, a sword forged from flameborn Rezakiri parts, or hunt down shadow-touched Koshais in a quest to create this sinister Wreath of Shadows helm. Now, there's also a shadow-touched Koshai themed Strikers cosmetic that I'm assuming will come with another rumor down the road. But if you guys watched Odo's video, I may have even shown it in mine from the Frost Escalation test footage. These cosmetics, these transmogs, look really cool in game. So I'm super excited about it, and I'm glad that they're adding these new in-game quests. It gives us some additional stuff to do while we're playing. So really cool there, and I'm glad they're adding more. Next up, we have a new mission that's going to be coming. If you've reached milestone 6 on the Slayer's Path, you'll find a new quest and mission waiting for you in patch 1.5.2 called the Call of Kaltaga. This high challenge mission will take you on an icy isle where Linnea Silver, the Queen of Skaldskar, has been doing battle with an exceptionally dangerous Skraev named Kaltaga. Now, Skraev is already one of the most annoying behemoths in the game, so I'm curious as to how much more annoying he can be, but really excited for that. Here's like a better look at it. So pretty cool there. I like that they're adding new variations of all the behemoths. So pretty interesting. I want to see what they do with that, see how much more annoying it can be. Moving on, we have Reforge node updates on the Slayer's Path. New year, new nodes. You will find 5 new nodes in the weapon reforging section of the Slayer's Path. Unlock them to to increase the amount of weapon experience you earn from behemoth kills. This was shown off in my test video as well for the frost escalation. It shows up at the very top where all your other weapon reforge perks are. It's right at the bottom. They added a new row, and if they don't change anything in the test server, it was 3% per rank that you upgraded. So at max, it would give you a 15% base bonus weapon experience boost, which is really nice. And it takes all of your total weapon reforges into consideration. So it's not weapon by weapon, it's your total reforges across all weapons. And that's how the ranks go up for the additional bonus. So really cool there, and will help us rank up our weapons and level up our weapons definitely a lot more quicker. So really neat there. I'm glad they're adding that. There was also some other additions to the Slayer's Path, but I don't really want to go into them until the official one drops to see what actually gets added for real. But it's cool that they're at least announcing that. Moving on, it looks like we have some event passes coming. We've got the Ragnar's Folly, many of the odes that have been written about the tragic hero Ragnar, a slayer of old whose hubris led to his heartbreaking downfall, and a fate so terrible it cannot be repeated in polite circles. Yet this once ubiquitous tale is now almost unknown to the people of Ramsgate. Gregario Flint plans to change that, so it looks like we have a new event little story quest here that will give us a new transmog, a third one now, for the Hunt Pass armor that we've got for this current season. Got this cool skull helmet, we've got some frost on the spikes, and if you look at the previous image, it looks like all of those pieces will have that frost effect applied to it, so potentially really cool looking. The second one that we're getting is the Burning Heights. This is the Barbarian Slayers cosmetic that came out in 2019. So one of the first cosmetic sets from one of the first original hunt passes you could get. So if you're a collector, now's a really good time to pick this up. A lot of people run this skin. The other cool thing is this will drop starting from the patch drop until February 4th, which, if you remember, is the release date for the frost escalation. So these little mini event passes are actually coming to us right now, as well as the rumor cosmetics. We're getting all this stuff before the frost escalation even drops, so it'll give us something to do while we're waiting for that, which is really cool. Moving on, we've got some quality of life changes. They adjusted the level of detail on props and reduced shadow casting in order to improve performance in Ramsgate. They disabled the blizzard atmosphere in snowy biomes. They will be bringing this back once they optimize it a little bit more. They fixed an occasional crash on Nintendo Switch when closing the Slayer's Path, and they also reduced the draw distance of foliage on the Nintendo Switch to improve performance. For UI changes, got a few of them here. Shorten the lantern HUD animations to improve visibility with fast lantern charging builds. You can get them charged fully within like 1.5 seconds with some builds, so having that constant flickering animation got really hard to see if it was even fully charged sometimes because it would block the actual meter. So I'm glad they fixed that. Behemoth portraits on the hunt map, Slayer's Path, and airship lobby screens will now display their element. The XP bar at the bottom of the HUD will now be less opaque when it's not actively progressing, so it won't be taking up so much screen space, it won't be as visible. Power values on the inventory screen now correctly reflect power bonuses unlocked in the Slayer's Path. The hunt map layout has been improved. It now shows more important information when choosing an island in the hunting grounds and displays more in-depth island difficulty and weapon breakdowns. And here is the changes they made to those colors. Easy is now green instead of gray. Normal is yellow. Hard is orange. Very hard is red. And too hard, basically don't do it if you're that level, is purple. So I'm assuming they're throwing this in as like a temporary fix to warn slayers that are joining those queues too early and are too low of weapon level. This will be a more clear indication of what you can and cannot handle. So it's good that they're at least starting out with that. There is talks, from what I hear, about putting an actual cap on certain activities to just flat out prevent you from joining them if you're too low. So hopefully they iron that out, but this is a good little temporary fix. Polished elements of the Slayer's Path design, such as borders, color, opacity, and VFX. They changed various instances of start hunt and abandon hunt text to call airship and cancel airship instead. This was visible in the test server as well. You can see that in my frost escalation video. The text on the yellow button changed. So that's cool. A notification will now show in the menu when slayers unlock a Slayer's Path milestone. Updated escalations end hunt screen to better reflect the hunt pass rewards and progress. And lastly, adjusted various story quests challenge ratings to better reflect their difficulty. Moving on, we've got some journal updates. No more missing pages. Starting in 1.5.2, you will no longer be able to miss journal entries. We've made it possible to unlock any past entries that you may have missed, so you can bring your collection back up to 100%. And here is a list of all of those journal milestones that may or may not have been available to us that are now going to be unlocked. Some of them were from the Umbral escalation patch and stuff previously that we can't really do right now. Apparently they're bringing all those back, so that's really cool. Miscellaneous added the treasure patrol quest to introduce players to patrol chests and keys. So it looks like we're getting some tutorial pop-ups and a little tutorial quest basically to get new slayers introduced to how patrol chests work. For balance changes, the alchemy quests for your health and medicinal purposes will now award 500 rams, 5 exploration merits, and 5 combat merits. We weren't getting anything before because those quests actually came out before Reforged dropped. That was with the Terra escalation patch. Economy, they reduced the number of Aether Sparks rewarded from patrol chests and public events, and also the last wave of an island event will now be the only wave that will drop Aether Sparks, so we're getting a little bit of a nerf to the amount of Aether Spark drops that we get. That's kind of unfortunate, but with the increases to the weapon boosting, we should be able to get them quicker regardless, so kind of balances out. Bug fixes, these are big, especially number 1. Valamir has finally been fixed. The horns are now no longer unbreakable, so you can get those Valamir horns and complete some of those quests and get those armor pieces that people have been waiting to get. Skarn Rockfall Whirling Fortress attack now damages players consistently. Repeaters can now break frozen players. Before, you could only break them out with melee attacks, and repeaters are kind of useless. But now your just normal shots can get your teammates unfrozen from like Skraev's freeze caltrops and stuff, which is cool. I'm curious if this will work for the frostbite effect in the frost escalation. Not sure if it will or not, but it probably won't. But at least it's more effective going against freeze behemoths in general. Gameplay, Collisions with other players are more forgiving. The tier 3 glider no longer loses speed when pitching up. They fixed a bug where players couldn't purchase tonics with rams. Fixed a bug where assault tonics weren't working. Visual effects for the weak spot mod will now appear on a behemoth's head rather than the base of the behemoth. Before it was just like floating between their legs. It was really annoying. So it looks like they fixed that. Fixed inconsistent costs on various Slayer Path nodes. Koshai and Shrike Lantern crafting now correctly unlocks when their nodes are unlocked on the Slayer's Path. They fixed a bug where the last healing flask upgrade on the Slayer's Path didn't increase the player's maximum capacity. So that's good. The concussive grenade crafting is now correctly unlocked when its node is unlocked in the Slayer's Path. For the escalation, we got a couple fixes. Slayers who have maxed their talent points in escalation will no longer earn charged aether when breaking parts. They will now receive extra behemoth parts instead. This is amazing. Hopefully it works on the bosses as well for like things like ruptured stalks on Agris. Maybe we'll get more than one every run if we have our ranks maxed out. So that has the potential to be really good. And lastly, they fixed a bug in Blaze Escalation where players were falling off the map due to the jump events in between arenas 3 and 4. This actually happens in pretty much every escalation, depending on what you do. If you open up your menu, things like that, you can still fall through the map. So I'm curious if they'll eventually fix that. Quests, they fixed a bug where the Guns of Ostigard quest wasn't progressing. So now all of you people who are working on the repeaters missions can finish those. They fixed a bug where Valamir Breakpart objectives weren't progressing in the Hidden Visage Part 4. Fixed a bug where Koshai interrupts weren't counting towards objectives in the Main Attraction Part 3 rumor quest. And lastly, the Looking Radiant and Curse the Darkness quests have been re-enabled to be accepted after reaching Slayer's Path Milestone 6, allowing players to finally acquire their repeater part rewards again, kind of coinciding with the other one. So really good for repeater players. They can finally start continuing on with that. For UI, it looks like we got a bunch of fixes here. Weapon levels are always visible on islands now. The level will now display the correct number if you level up while on the island. Fixed a bug where players could not see incoming friend request notifications. Fixed a bug that would show a pending invite even if you didn't have one. Island event HUD overlays will now appear and disappear as intended. The plus 40 health indicator from Fortress will no longer overlap your total health number. Fixed a bug where behemoth icons would display as question marks on the hub. The island event countdown timer can no longer display negative times. What else we got here? The glowing animation that plays on the lantern HUD when a lantern is fully charged will no longer get cut off on the left and right sides. Fixed a bug where changing the Slayer's Path hotkey in the bindings did not work. Fixed a bug where the danger meter was showing in the training grounds. There's no behemoths in the training grounds, so I'm not sure why that was even there to begin with. Fixed a bug where crafting parts for repeaters was not displaying properly. Fixed a bug where lanterns were not displaying properly in the crafting menu. Viewing vistas while on a party will no longer show your party member's health bar. The Warden's wishes are no longer missing from event pass when the event pass is active. The already known marker will now display on event passes that players own. Completed event passes will no longer show progress bars. NPCs no longer suggest a donation in lieu of completing objectives on unskippable quests. So you won't get that option even if you can't do it. Before it still showed up, now they're just removing it. Fixed various instances of text flowing outside of containers, and lastly fixed various localization errors. And then towards the end here, lastly we got cosmetics. Fixed a bug where players' hair would clip through helmets when equipping them from the armor crafting menu. And lastly, they fixed various environmental bugs and oddities such as floating rocks, floating and clipping foliage, and invisible walls. And that's pretty much it. A lot of cool updates in this patch. I'm glad Valamir got fixed. I'm glad they're adding new rumors to the game. I love those in-game quests for some really cool cosmetics. Check out Oto's video if you want to see some of those. They may even be in mine. Can't remember if I showed them off or not. These cool behemoth variations that they're making quests out of is really cool. And the bonus weapon XP is going to be really nice too. So a lot of cool stuff to look forward to. Can't wait for it. But if you guys enjoyed this video, found it informative, be sure to hit that like button and comment down below. I respond to all the questions I receive. I really appreciate your guys' feedback. And if you're not already subscribed, be sure to hit that sub button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of my future uploads. That being said, if you guys are still looking for new Slayers to hunt with, consider joining the Glitch Gang Discord. Links are in the description for that. We're upwards of 100 plus people in there now, and they're really active, really good group of people, and super helpful. They answer all the questions when new players come in and have anything they want kind of ironed out. We always have groups doing events. We have groups doing just farming for parts. So really good group of people. Consider joining the Glitch Gang and hit that Discord link. But yeah, hope you all had a great day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Later. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to hit that like button. Also, if you're looking to join a killer community of like-minded gamers, then be sure to click the link in the description and join the Glitch Gang Discord server. We continue to grow every day, and it's filled with all your favorite game discussion channels, as well as several LFG channels to help you find that perfect group for your next hunt or raid. Lastly, if you're new to the channel and want to keep up to date with all my future content, then consider hitting that subscribe button and turn on those notifications. Hope you all had a great day, and I will catch you on the next one.